Merry Christmas. Thomas H. Ince and Blanche Sweet, producer and star of First National's Anna Christie, pose for their Xmas photo. Baby Peggy, new Principal Pictures star, will have to wait until next year to see Santa Claus. She had good intentions this year, but she failed to take Mr. Sandman into consideration. Nevertheless, the old fellow didn't forget the little starlet, as you may see. Helene Chadwick, featured player in Goldwyn's Reno, claims she has the largest Christmas stocking in the world. With a stocking like that, we'd ask Santa Claus for a house and lot, a bank building, a special-built car, half of the Pacific Ocean, and maybe a bag of nuts. But of course, everybody isn't as selfish as we are. Here's the kind of Santa Claus we're going to write our letter to. Pretty Dorothy DeVore, Christie comedy star, is acting as toy dispenser to a group of Hollywood studio children. Note the Russian influence in the motif for the chic boots. Even Santa reads the style books. Ethel Shannon, a featured player in Preferred Pictures' Maytime, plays Mrs. Santa Claus to her coworkers at the BP Schulberg Studios. Sam Jaff, general manager of the Preferred, delivers his gift in person. Miss Donna gives her Christmas tree the once-over. Can you blame her? It looks as though she'll need all the decorations in Hollywood. The little star of Metro's The Good Bad Girl loses her usual cheery disposition as she checks her Christmas list. Old Saint Nick is a sly fellow. No matter how long you wait for him, he doesn't slide down the chimney until the Sandman has made his visit. Ben Alexander discovered that fact. Harry Langdon got a glorious Xmas present in the form of a stellar contract from Max Sennett. Pathé will distribute the comedies. Patsy Ruth Miller, Goldwyn player, gives her conception of Santa Claus. Of course, Santa needs heavier garments after leaving Hollywood. Sure, this is a Merry Christmas for Laura LaPlante, newest and youngest Universal star who has just been elevated to stellar roles by Carl Laemmle, Universal president. Stan Laurel, dressed in his best bib and tucker, and on his best behavior. There's a reason. Old Saint Nick often forgets naughty boys. Scene from Pathé's Mother's Joy. Would anyone but a motion picture comedian have thought of Santa Claus arriving on his annual pilgrimage in a duck boat? This one is Jimmy Adams, Christie comedy star, who will play Old Nick for the annual studio children's party. Metro has put plenty of Christmas atmosphere in its new Viola Donna attraction, In Search of a Thrill. What's Xmas anyway without a heap of toys, a tree, some laughing youngsters, and a home? This scene should make the children applaud. Christmas morning is full of cheer at the home of Reginald Denny, Universal Jewel star. Although Denny was injured recently in an automobile crash, he was out of the hospital in time to celebrate Xmas at home with his family. How'd you like to have Bebe Daniels, the real art star, play Santa Claus at your house? Mary Miles Minter falls asleep on the windowsill and dreams of a man with a sleigh full of toys and candy for a real art star. Mae Allison, the Metro star, is Miss Santa Claus to 150 Los Angeles orphans every year. Look at the stocking. Come back with those toys, says Irene Marcellus, Marshall Nealon's new star, when she discovers Wesley Santa Claus Berry hanging around the fireplace. Wesley Berry, the Nealon star, is no piker when it comes to buying Christmas seals to help the Tuberculosis Association. He puts $1's worth on one little package. Mary Wynn, the 17-year-old beauty who stars in J.L. Frothingham's productions, decorates a Christmas tree on the Brunton lot, Hollywood, for the kiddies in her company. Santa Claus visits baby Peggy and her dog Brownie at the Century Comedy Studios. They work together every day, so they share the same bed at night. Marion Davies, star of Cosmopolitan Pictures, and the 3-foot doll she dressed for the Crippled Children's Fund. Christmas Day is here, says Leatrice Joy, featured player in Paramount's 10 Commandments. Did I forget anyone? How would you like America's sweetheart smiling through your Christmas wreath? Mary Pickford is happy at the reception given her latest picture, Rosita. It sure was a bountiful Christmas for Gloria Swanson, star of the Paramount attraction Zaza. Boxes filled with beautiful gifts. They say that it is the giver who is the happiest. So you see Bebe Daniels, one of famous players' stellar lights, assisted Santa Claus in filling empty stockings. And no one will deny she is in a happy frame of mind. It was a glorious Christmas for Colleen Moore. The clever little star, who is enjoying heaps of praise following her success in First National's Flaming Youth, spent Christmas at home in Hollywood following her honeymoon. It's a doggone lively Christmas when Santa Claus pays his annual respects to the Ben Turpin household. Ben says he hopes he never gets too old and decrepit to hang up his, or somebody else's, stocking. After watching his many antics on the screen, you might ask, what's age to a comedian? Somebody's going to have a Merry Christmas. Helene Chadwick is seeing to that. Miss Chadwick, a featured player in Goldwyn Productions, appears in Brothers Under the Skin, one of that company's current attractions which has had its New York premiere. A gift for each of the kiddies. The youngsters have the time of their life in the newest Carter DeHaven comedy, Xmas. This picture, an especially timely subject for the Yuletide period, is being distributed by film booking offices. Jack Condon, Sunshine Sammy, and Mickey Daniels waiting for Santa Claus at Hal Roach Studio. Al St. John, star comedian for Fox, does a little pinch hitting for Santa Claus on Christmas. Viora Daniels, educational Christie comedies, finds Xmas merry and cold in mountains. Christmas scene in Warner Brothers' Heroes of the Street, starring Wesley Berry. Reginald Denny never scored a better knockout in Universal's Leather Pushers than he did Christmas when he showed his little daughter, Barbara, her Christmas tree and presents. Shirley Mason, petite Fox star, tacks up her Christmas greeting where the world may see it. The star's latest attraction under the Fox Film Corporation banner is Shirley of the Circus, heralded as one of Miss Mason's best. It was the night before Christmas. Half of the fun of Christmas is decorating the tree for some youngster, thinks Gertrude Olmsted, Universal player. Loaded down after an afternoon of Christmas shopping. Claire Windsor is one of the featured players in Rupert Hughes' Goldwyn picture, Souls for Sale. Dorothy DeVore, featured player in Christie comedies which are distributed through educational exchanges, wishes her many friends in the industry a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And our reply to the clever player is, same to you. Catherine McDonald has a few pet youngsters whom she never forgets when Christmas comes around. The one little fellow in the picture looks happy enough. Marguerite de la Motte and Myrtle Stedman, stars in Fred Niblow's The Famous Mrs. Fair, paste Christmas seals on every page of the script to bring good luck in every scene of this forthcoming Maver Metro attraction. Al St. John, Fox comedy star, believes in doing his Christmas giving early. While on location recently, he visited an orphan asylum, and while there, assembled the children about him and presented each with a bright silver dollar. Personification of the Christmas spirit. Helen Lynch, here surrounded by everything that smacks of the Yuletide, is one of the attractions of the Louis B. Mayer picture The Dangerous Age, which is being distributed by Associated First National. Cullen Landis, Goldwyn player, gives you his impression of Santa Claus. Wouldn't children have the time of their lives if they could get to that hobby horse and all those packages scattered at the base of the tree? Jane Novak as Mrs. Santa Claus and Snowy Baker as St. Nicholas himself. Leave it to policemen to give their bit to Salvation Army at Christmas time. This is a scene from the Warner Brothers attraction Heroes of the Street, starring Wesley Berry. A scene from The Night Before Christmas. This picture should give the children a happy matinee and evening entertainment. How would you like on Christmas to find this big stocking filled with a doll as pretty as Shirley Mason, Fox star? Shirley says everybody's stocking should be this big and filled just as full on Christmas.